about understanding how you feel and why you feel that.
Ebitongole birimu Akina Mama Africa hamwe na Mary Stops bagirango bine bihange bari kuvugana babana bakora emirimo yabo yo kucondoza Omuby'Amagara kandi ebi harimu kushanga ngo abantu nibashashuje obuheereza bw'eby'amagara omu marwariro ga gavumenti amarwariro kubura emihanda yangu y'okwejunisibwa abantu abaine oburema tiriho n'abantu kubura kushomesibwa nikwo kushaba gavumenti ngu yongyere sente omu by'amagara na munonga gaine akakwate n'ebyokuzaara.
The area that I see is people having access to the financial resources they need to be able to access quality services. We have seen that a lot of people pay out of pocket for some services that they need, and that is very critical. We have seen some improvement in women being able to attend antenatal, and we really do congratulate the government on the work they're doing on maternal health. But we also need a lot of focus on adolescent girls and young women as well.
Abana bagirango eby'obuhangwa hamwe n'enyikiriza y'abantu n'emitwarize bitumira abantu bingi bayanga kutunga obuheereza bw'eby'amagara.
We need to look at the intersectionalities. We need to say what is culture saying in regards, for example, to sexual productive health and rights. What are the progressiveness around it? What does religion teach us? If the religion is teaching us abstinence, if the religion is teaching us to delay sex, how able are we to speak to our children? That's why we advocated for the National Sexuality Education Framework that is looking at sexuality from an age appropriate. It means every age category has its information, but also the sexuality framework is culturally sensitive because it needs to speak to the context we are in, but also it should be factual.
Gwashabira abahangu okwetegereza emitwarize y'eby'obuhangwa ediini n'emitwarize y'abantu okuteekaho ebiragiro ekiriije kugyema abantu kutunga obuheereza n'ekigendererwa ky'okushendeeza aha kushanjara kw'akakooko ka siriimu.
When we start speaking about culture, values and our beliefs and in regards to access to sexual productive health and rights services, one of the critical things that we need to look at is all of us have different attitudes towards given issues. For example, towards issues around even access to contraceptives. Different religions, different cultures have specific beliefs. But what actually happens is all of us outside there know that, for example, our contraceptive rate is very low. So it means there is a demand for access to a service, but one's culture, one's religious beliefs, one's personal attitudes is actually influencing their access to service.
Ebyo nabigambira omu kutendekwa kw'abanyamakuru aha bikwatiriine n'okuba kubaasa kuhandika amakuru agarikwegyesa againe akakwate n'eby'amagara. Sandra Arneitwe ow'ekitongole kya Mary Stops naagira ngu abanyamakuru baba bashomesiibwe omu by'amagara nikihwera gavumenti hamwe n'ebitongole bitari bya gavumenti omu kushomesa abantu.
And oftentimes the media may struggle on how to bring out the dire situations or how to support us in our advocacy efforts. And so when we bring them to training sessions like this where they can learn ways of framing SRA stories and how to teach them better to editors so that at the end of the day we can all be able to project a very balanced story before the public.
Gunagira ngo abanyamakuru biine ekihango ekibiine kuba nibakora omu kuhandika amakuru againe akakwate n'eby'omubonano hamwe n'endwara z'obushambani.
Today, journalists should be able to take home that there is more to report around reproductive health. Oftentimes we're quick to report on what has gone wrong either around teenage pregnancy or maternal death or anything that is really sometimes mostly negative that we want to rush. But there is a lot more that we can talk about in terms of reproductive health like we have seen in the training.
Bamwe omu banyamakuru abashomesiibwe basiimira okwegyesibwa oku.
Abanyamakuru kukoreba omuntu weena agira ekikwato kiitu ni information. So twabana tukunga information nkeegi buriijo kimanyisa ngu amaani gitu na n'okubaasa kwitu kweyongyera.